Oh, it is a foggy, gray Seattle morning. It's a Saturday morning here at SeaTac Airport, and I'm on my way for another adventure. Today's Saturday, so my general expectations for today's adventure aren't quite as high as they were yesterday. There aren't very many exciting buses out and about. The buses are less frequent. There's no trolley buses today, but the adventure don't stop. The grind don't stop. So right now, we're on our way to the SeaTac light rail station so I can hit the city. My first move of the day is to hop on the light rail to International District Chinatown because there's a Filipino coffee shop that I want to try out. And to spice things up, light rail trains aren't operating between Soto and Capitol Hill, meaning that there's a bus bridge in place. And since International District Chinatown is within that bus bridge, I get to test out what a King County Metro bus bridge looks like. So let's go. Now, my plan for the day isn't all that ambitious. All I'm really planning on doing is checking out the new Seattle Link Light Rail 2 line. It's the one that goes to Bellevue. It's a cute little 6-7 station shuttle right now because they still have yet to open the real thing, but that's going to be the main highlight of today's adventure. Let's see if I can make it. I don't think it's happening. No. Oh, this is so sad. Such is my punishment for inefficiency. Oh, on the plus side, I guess I get to watch the planes go by. My 15 minutes of punishment later, my chariot approaches.
This train will turn back from Soto Station. If you're headed downtown, there will be a bus bridge on the left side of the Soto Station. That's a free bus bridge. It will take you all the way to Capitol Hill. And from Capitol Hill, you can catch a train to Bellevue.
Let the march towards the buses begin. Well, made it to Soto. Let's see if we can fit 4 cars of people into the articulated buses we got here. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, that's not about as much as expected. Yeah, that was just a little Excelsior ride. Ooh, there's trolley buses going right now. I guess the trolley buses are running today. Anyway, it's almost lunchtime because it took me so long to get here, so gotta go get some food now. I was told that trolley buses don't normally run on the weekends, and Pantograph told me that there weren't any, but I guess there are some. Anyway, here's Union Station, different from King Street. Interesting. Unfortunately, bus bridges are kind of the same wherever you go, unless there's cool buses out there. That's kind of a pain. Normally the trip takes 35 minutes. This time it took me, I guess it only took me 40 minutes to get here because I had to wait an extra 15 at the station, so I guess I don't know why I'm complaining that much. Anyway, the place I'm going is called the Hood Famous Cafe. Okay, amendment to that. I saw how much they wanted for coffee and a sandwich, and I will not be partaking in that. So join me as I try to find something else a little cheaper for lunch. Okay, update. I went to this place called Oasis. It's much more reasonably priced, insane amount of fried chicken and boba. Well, a life-altering amount of fried chicken consumed later. Oh, there's another Filipino coffee shop right next to it. Maybe I will have to come back. Oasis Boba gave me a nice little green tea and fried chicken. So now, it kind of worked out perfectly. I'm gonna hop onto the Route 554, which is a half-hourly route. So, killing some time eating my brunch, breakfast, lunch in the boba shop helped me pass the time. And now I'm gonna hop on the Route 554. And I know I said that in this video my highlight would be Bellevue, but I'm deciding to take a little bit of a detour just because of where the bus stops are. I'm gonna go visit Issaquah, the end of the 54, and see what's there. And side note, from what I can tell, the trolley buses are running today, but they're not tracking for some reason, which I'm not sure what the deal is there. Anyway, there's a streetcar behind me. Well, it seems to be doing well considering that it's raining. Also, articulated trolley bus. See, all the trolley buses are running. The pantograph does not seem to acknowledge their existence. So maybe I will be able to go give a trolley a ride later. Rounding the bend, there's my articulated chariot, TE60 LFR. Oh, here we go. Well, after a bit of a trek, here I am in Issaquah. This seems like a nice little town. It's pretty close to the mountains, not a whole lot of snow yet though, so whatever. But here I am in Issaquah. I'm gonna explore a little bit and then continue on my path towards Bellevue. I just walked into another spider web. Keeps happening. There's a nice little downtown area with stores and stuff, and look, a mural with railroad history. There's also a Dollar Tree around the corner, so I think I'm gonna go pick up some things that I need. Wow. Even in Washington, the parking lots can be pretty. Well, not really, but the parking lots can be pretty. Alright, hopefully these things don't completely fry my electronics. Onwards. Alrighty, with my goods acquired, it's time to continue walking. I noticed that there's a little historic rail trail that I can go walk on to get back to the transit center. Should be a 40-minute walk, so let's see if I use a bus assist. But either way, I'm gonna go check out the little depot park they have. Wow, their city hall is so city hall. Wow, railroad history. Oh, word, it's an actual museum and it's open? Oh, I poked my head inside and had a very informative chat with the docent. They just got some like railroad history stuff in there. Learned a little bit about the railroad here. Yeah. There used to be trains here up until the 50s. Last passenger service was in the 20s. And then the city bought the depot to preserve it. They only have a half-mile of track. Well, there's another railway up in Snoqualmie that has actual heritage service. That's much farther out than here, though. Okay, well, I'll keep going on my little walk. Apparently the tracks used to go all the way up and around the lake in order to access Seattle, and that's partially the reason that the train stopped running, is because it took so long. It took almost 2 hours to get from here to Seattle compared to the bus that I took, which was like 35 minutes maybe. And in some more railroad history, right there is the Issaquah Valley Trolley. I believe this was a heritage trolley service that just used to ping pong on the half-mile track that still exists. I need to look up if it's still running or not, or if this is just like a seasonal thing, but that's where they keep it, I guess. Okay, so in a not shocking turn of events, it started raining, so I'm deciding that instead of walking the 40 minutes-ish to get to the Issaquah Transit Center, I'm just going to hop on the next 554 that's only 3 minutes away. So I'm going to hop on the 554, transfer to a local bus that'll take me to Bellevue so I can ride the new Link Light Rail. There goes one of the 554s headed out towards the park and ride. I will be waiting for the bus going back towards Seattle, but I won't be going all the way. Bendy Chariot or something. Hello. I didn't know this is my first time around, but the seats actually have all the like streets and the places that they go to. It's such a nice design. And after a short ride on the 554, that's the route, here I am at Eastgate Park and Ride, where I'm now going to switch to a local bus that's going to take me to the South Bellevue light rail station. So the light rail operates from South Bellevue to Redmond Technology Station. People have called it a Tech Bro only line, so as a Bay Area native, I gotta go check that out, right? Since all the King County Metro routes here are from the Bellevue base, they all got Gillig. But hybrid Gillig low floors are actually kind of my favorite when it comes to Gillig low floors. So a little bit of backstory on the line too is that it's meant to run as a full-length line from downtown Seattle to downtown Redmond. But because of construction or something, whoever was building it said to the city they could have a shorter starter line that only had 6 stations and ran as a shuttle between Bellevue and Redmond Technology, or they could have the whole thing open and then wait extra time. So the city obviously just chose to open the short line first, so that's how we have a little 6-station shuttle right now, which I think is actually pretty interesting. Oh, I see my bus.
Stop 147. Stop and stop 37th
Whoa, this route just got a lot more interesting.
146 Avenue, stop and stop.
So many hills. After another short ride, here I am at the South Bellevue Light Rail Station. This is the newest extension of Link's light rail. Second newest? I don't know. The Bellevue and Linwood extensions all happen around the same time. But here it is, right behind me. South Bellevue Station. Now, I noticed on maps that there's actually like a little nature area around here, so I think I'm gonna go check that out before I hop on the train. Just because, I don't know, you don't really see a whole lot of nature opportunities near transit infrastructure, so should be cool. We got the Mercer Slough Trails and Blueberry Farm. Interesting. It's a very colorful station. Stretching down this way, you can see the tracks heading towards downtown Seattle. And they'll actually take the same path that I did this morning. Was it morning? I don't know. That I took on the 554, going over the floating bridge and everything. And when the full 2-line opens up, I believe it'll be the first light rail to ever go on a floating bridge. So, that would be cool. Well, I guess it's very easy for this pathway to flood. Because now we got boardwalk. Also, it's raining. So I believe if I turn left here, I get to go past the farm and take a shorter way back to the train station. But if I keep going straight, then there's a bridge I can go check out. So I think I'm gonna go do that and then walk back towards the station. Oh, here's the bridge. There's a boat launch that way, another trail that way, another trail this way. All this just right next to the rather empty light rail station. Interesting. Oh. Well, in the distance there's Bellevue. The trail carries on that way, but in the interest of time, let's go. Ooh, you can actually hear the light rail. You know, the nice thing about the light rail is that it runs every 10 minutes, even on a weekend. That's some good frequency right there. Oh, time to go back via the farm. There's the farm. And in the distance, light rail tracks. How interesting that they chose to put a light rail station here. It's just a nature preserve. There's no houses or really anything. What an interesting terminus. Well, I guess Bellevue is famous for blueberries. Well, here's the nature park. Now I have to figure out how to get back to the train. I see the train in front of me. But how do I get to the road? It appears that the answer is I have to go all the way to that tan house down there and then turn around. Tell me why the rain got harder the second I figured out that I had to go the long way. But we made it. Now I just loop the tracks the other way, and then I get to get on the train. Speaking of which, and there it goes. Oh, finally I made it back. Time to hop on a nice dry train. Well, I got 3 minutes to the next Redmond train. Made it just in time. Let's go. So, that was miserable. And I think the rest of my activities will be indoors for today. In the spirit of that, I'm just going to take this all the way to the end of Redmond Technology. East Main. After that, we go underground. Riveting. Oh, Bellevue downtown. District Station is pretty. It's also in some sort of trench kind of situation. Whoa. Here we're running in the median. Well, Redmond Technology is the site of Microsoft's campuses, I believe. And also the current end.
Now, entering Redmond Technology.
Well, made it off the train. This is the end of the line so far. Ooh, one of the trains is leaving. Are you leaving or are you just making a lot of noise? And so that was my ride on the line 2. That was interesting. I mean, it's a very nice system. The light rail is very nice, but so deserted. I mean, it's not hard to imagine why. It just shuttles between Microsoft campuses and a park and ride with one downtown stop in the middle. So I imagine it'll get more ridership when the full line to downtown Seattle opens. But what was also interesting to me was the amount of security. Because, like, I'm not from here, but Bellevue isn't really the type of place I would expect warranting 2 security guards per train and 4 per station. So it's kind of interesting. Makes me wonder if the residents of the town were one of those situations where the transit agency had to promise extra security to get permission to build a new train here. But anyway, here I am at Redmond Technology, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop on the Rapid Ride Route B. This is one of their BRT lines. That'll take me up to Redmond downtown, which is where this train is actually going to go once it's fully open. And then from there, I'm going to hop on a Sound Transit bus back to here so I can ride the light rail again. Well, my chariot has yet to approach because I just missed one. But hey, protected bike lane. I think one of the reasons that ridership is so low on the 2 line right now is because a lot of the service is already duplicated by existing services. Like the B line that I'm catching runs from Bellevue downtown up to Redmond downtown, which is further than this train goes, and that's where most people would be going. Between Bellevue and downtown Seattle, there's a whole list of buses that people can take. The 550 runs every 15 minutes. There's commute services. There's buses to Everett and Linwood. So a lot of people don't have any reason to take the light rail other than just for funsies. I mean, that's what I'm here for. That's what a lot of people that I did see on the light rail were there for. I saw a couple families just taking their kids out for a spin on the train. So right now it doesn't seem to be performing that well, but I have hope that once the full line opens, maybe we'll see some progress. After 10 minutes of waiting, my red and yellow chariot approaches. And after a very rapid ride indeed, here I am at the Redmond Transit Center. It's raining again. So the timing actually worked out kind of perfectly. There is a Sound Transit 542 bus, an express bus that'll take me right back where I started, Redmond Technology. So it'll be like 3 minutes and then I'll be on my way. The buses all just kind of sit here and chill in the transit center. The little blue one is going to be mine, another bendy D60. D60? D60. And because we're in Seattle in the fall, everything is gorgeous and pretty. So vibrant, so nice. Too bad it's so rainy. My chariot approaches. It's mid-November. How'd they even get that up there? Well, after that short little ride, here I am at Redmond Technology. Well, sort of Redmond Technology. This is what, State Route 51 and whatever road that is. This is the highway station. Redmond Technology is all the way across that highway. So, I'm gonna perform the most daring jaywalking this channel has ever. I'm just kidding. So all this helps connect the light rail to the Microsoft core campus. Yeah, I see why they call it the Tech Bro train. I mean, it is a nice campus. I'll give them that. Okay, wow, this is actually sick. So, in the Bay Area, obviously there's a lot of tech companies. There's a lot of private shuttles and private transit networks all operated by those companies that go to far-flung places, and they operate private commuter shuttles. So they have all that transit infrastructure, and it's all closed off to the public. But here, this massive bridge, protected bike lane, light rail, all of it exists to serve the community, and I think that's a good thing. So the next phase of my plan is I'm gonna take the light rail back to Bellevue downtown, get off in Bellevue downtown, have myself another boba break. I know, 2 in 1 day, how luxurious. And from there, I'm gonna hop on the Route 535. This is an Alexander Dennis route, the double-decker, and it runs all the way to the Linwood City Center station. I want to go ride some double-deckers. It'll be a nice way to spend an hour as the sun goes down and the rain doesn't improve. So yeah, that is my current plan. Common Excelsior L. It looks like I finally get to ride one of the Kinky Shario LRVs too. First time of the trip. Every other time it's been Siemens.
Overlake Village. This is the T-Line.
It's very evident these trains were made by Kinky Shario because, oh my god, we started and I was immediately transported back into the VTA light rails. Significantly slower than this one. the slightly less deserted Bellevue downtown station. Only slightly. It's still pretty empty. But I wasn't outnumbered by security guards that time. Anyway, here I have a roughly 40-something minute gap before my double-decker chariot. So, I'm gonna go visit a boba shop. By the way, it looks like it might be like really late in the day, like, 6, 7 p.m. Oh no, it's 4:30. Huh. Kind of vibe with this. Oh, I really vibe with this. So, I guess my parting thoughts for the 2 line are that it's cool. I like it. I hope that the entire thing is open the next time I visit. Bellevue is so interesting to me. There's a lot of Asian influence because a lot of Asians live here. It's so sort of dense and just big, but also empty at the same time. Fascinating. Here's the main transit center, and there's a big pedestrian scramble, which is nice. Ah, there's line B. So massive. Like, what goes on in those buildings? I'm trying this boba place called Coco. And after a sufficient amount of lounging around, I'm now making my way to the transit center. So my 2-story chariot will transport me for an hour to the Linwood City Center station. So I get to ride both of the new Sound Transit light rail extensions in one day. Like, I know I did it yesterday, but it's fun to do it twice. And here I am back at the Bellevue Transit Center. It's pretty cool that I could just hop on that bus and be right back at my hotel, ending my adventure here, but there's no fun in that. So instead, I'm gonna wait around. Well, soon enough, my bus should be here. I'm not going all the way to Everett again. Instead, Linwood. After that very nice ride on the Dennis, here I am at the Linwood City Center station again. I will say, the vibes shot up the second I got that throne seat. So, in an effort to continue my adventures on Alexander Dennis's, I'm actually gonna hop on a bus from here. I'm gonna hop on a local community transit route that's gonna take me to Edmonds, and then from there, I'm gonna hop on an Alexander Dennis that runs on the route 909 that'll take me back to a light rail station so I can continue back down towards Seattle. Oh, a 166 will be my Chariot. Woo! And here comes my Chariot, 2017 Gillig BRT. I think this is the hometown of Rick Steves. He has some sort of partnership with Community Transit, which I think is cool. And now, I've made it to Edmond Station. Short 20 minutes later. Yeah, that was a good ride. Now I have 20 minutes to explore, I think, and then I'll continue along my way. So, right now the town of Edmond, or at the very least, the train station where I'm at, seems very quiet. I mean, it's just a very quiet kind of town. I was the only one on the bus towards the end. So, in my little 20-minute layover, what I'm gonna do is search for a bathroom, because I have 20-something ounces of boba in me, and then I'll be waiting for my bus. So the Route 909 is operated in double-deckers, and it connects from here to the Mountain Lake Terrace Light Rail Station. So after checking at the train station waiting room, apparently they don't have public restrooms, then the closest ones are at the ferry terminal, so I walked in the complete wrong direction. Edmonds seems to be mostly used for a ferry that goes across the water to a place called Kingston, but there isn't a whole lot going on in Kingston. So I'm just waiting for my bus now. It a little bit sucks because I always loved the Washington State ferry system and wanted to incorporate them in this trip, but I don't think it's happening. It is interesting to me that the 909 is in a double-decker, so that suggests to me that it has high ridership, and because it feeds from a ferry terminal to a light rail station, maybe it's for travelers who ride the ferry without using their cars. So I think that's kind of interesting. Oh, bless the ferry terminal for having free bathrooms. Those are clean, too. Very nice. So, yeah, now I have another 20 minutes, and then my double-decker will take me back to the light rail. This has got to be the most inefficient way to get from Linwood City Center to Mount Lake Terrace, but it's fun. I want double-decker time. Ooh, here comes a ferry pulling in right now. Something else that I found interesting is that the 909 is timed to run every 45 minutes. And now that's kind of a weird frequency, you'd think. But what I realized is the ferry runs every 40 minutes. So I think this really is just a feeder service to get people from Kingston across the, I guess this is the Puget Sound, across the Sound and then onto the trains. Cool. Ferry Terminal Beachfront Park is a new one. And now, another thing that clued me into the fact that this bus service runs as a feeder service is, right now I'm standing on the side with the ferry. Across the tracks is where I got off of the 166. And on this side of the road, across the tracks, is where the 909 boards. So it really is just a ferry feeder. Fascinating. Once again, my double-decker chariot approaches. This time it's a community transit, Dennis, not Sound Transit. This turn the bus has to make is absolutely nasty. Railroad procedures and a non-stop stream of cars coming out means that it just has to sit there until the cars free up. That is nasty. Oh, they made it through. And now, just 10 minutes later, it'll carry me. And the throne seat is mine. What's also interesting to me is apparently Community Transit calls these buses double talls. That's just a funny little name. Anyway, look what I see in front of me. Off we go. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one on board right now. Oh, I bet this would be so pretty in the daytime. road has bus lanes. Thank you. Oh, hell no. Alright, I hear it pulling in. Wish me luck. Oh, made it. Okay, so after that very nice ride on the 909, here I am at Mountain Lake Terrace. Seamless transfer, as you can see. So I'm just going to take this train to the U District to continue my adventuring. Off the train here at U District, let's go up to the surface. So, my current goal is to hop on the Route 70. I believe this is a trolley bus route. Where do I need to go for that? Over here? Aha, up here. Okay, let's go to bus bay 3. So, the reason I'm hopping on the Route 70 is because the last time I was here, I tried to ride the South Lake Union streetcar, but it wasn't running. And the Route 70 is a quick and easy way that I can use to get there. So, today is a weekend, and in theory, none of the trolley buses are running. But what I saw this morning was that the trolley buses are running, they're just not tracking. And well, the 70 isn't tracking, and there's wires above me. So logically speaking... Aw, man. This ain't no trolley. You like really can't see much, but I'm going over the bridge right now. And after a noticeably dieselized 70 ride, here I am at the terminus of the South Lake Union streetcar. This is a tram line that I missed last time because it was closed for, I don't know, power outage or something. But this time, should be in full working order. So I'm gonna hop on that and take it to its terminus of Westlake. And at Westlake, I'm gonna get to do something that is very unique to Seattle. Seattle residents and transit nerds might know what I'm talking about, but to the uninformed, I guess you'll just have to wait. And now my chariot approaches. Gets a bendy trolley, why don't I? Well, after a little bit, the trolley has dropped me off, and the answer to what I do next is right there. So, I learned the hard way last time that I was here that the Seattle monorail, which is a really fun ride, actually takes the Orca one-day pass. So, today, I'm going to use my little day pass and take myself on a monorail ride. This monorail was apparently built in the 60s, and it just shuttles between here and, I don't know, a mile or so that way. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Monorail, monorail, monorail. Uh-oh, rider alert. Oh, okay, it's just a link closure. Alrighty. Damn. They gave him platform screen doors. That's crazy.
The train is arriving. Please step back to allow passengers to exit before boarding the train.
And this time, I have the ultimate throne seat. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Seattle Center Monorail. Please Please take a seat or hold on to the handrail. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the ride.
Whoa. I love that they dim the lights so everyone can see what's going on. And here's where we pass through a building. Oh, and there's the Space Needle. Why go all the way to Chongqing when you have Seattle? And all too soon, the ride is over. That was so fun. But here I am at the site of the Seattle Needle, so I'm just gonna go, Seattle Space Needle, so I'm just gonna go look at that and then get on the monorail again. After all, it's free with my day pass. Big tower or something. But there it goes. Well, big grand structure. Well, now that I've walked around the Space Needle, I think I've seen everything that I need to see. So I'm just gonna walk back to the monorail and hop back on it to Westlake. And from Westlake, I'm gonna start making my way back to my hotel. It'll be a Link shuttle, and then the Link, and then food. Because it's, I don't know what time it is, 8, 9 p.m. right now? As we know, I don't have my watch anymore. And soon enough, I am back. They have history. Wow. Last original Alweg. Or Alweg, I guess, because I think this is German. Oh, perfect timing.
The train is arriving. Please stand behind the yellow line.
And once again, the throne seat is mine.
Welcome to Seattle Center Monorail. Please take a seat or hold on to the handrail. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the ride.
Oh boy, here we go again. Just like that, we're back. Well, time to head back downstairs. Cool. Well, after that significantly enjoyable ride, it's time to enjoy a significantly less enjoyable ride as I hop on the Link shuttle back to Sodo. Instead, I go for the trolley. Or not, the non-trolley. Oh, we made it off. Thank you. Thank you. Made it off to discover that we just missed a train. Well, ooh, but I guess it's good to be back. I will say, this busway, super cool. Someone wants to go home. Well, if anything else, that was a break from the norm. We got to take a interesting route. I will say, plenty of security. I do like that. Now we are here at the Soto station, where I have to wait a whole 10 minutes for a train. Oh no. Before I go back to my hotel. I think I'm gonna ditch the train at Tukwila International Boulevard so I can connect to a bus because there is a Denny's close to my hotel and I need dinner. Whew, I'm getting tired. It's 9:30 on a Saturday night and I only have to wait 10 minutes? 9 minutes? Oh, Seattle, you people are spoiled. Oh, so now y'all follow the speed limit. Come on, pedal to the metal. Down there, but of course you can't really see much. Oh yeah, you can. Alright, I made it to Tukwila. Now, just one bus, and then I can get some food, and then I can end this long, long day. It appears the public art here is music themed. Cool. And it looks like my ride today is going to be a DE60 LFR. And with that ride complete, Denny's is behind me. It's time to cross the street, get some food, and I'll see you at the hotel. The reason being, it's raining and I want to put my camera away. And with that, me and my Denny's have made it back to the hotel. It's kind of fitting that I got Denny's after riding so many Denny's today. Yeah, that concludes my second adventure in Seattle. I got a lot done. Seattle's transit still remains amazing. It was efficient, it was safe, it was clean, it was a great experience. This also marks my last night in Seattle, as tomorrow we continue down the Pacific Northwest. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye. Ugh.